You charge $75 to show houses? Damn right I do. And if that sounds crazy to you, then you're probably not serious about moving anyway. When I first started real estate, I was out here running around like a damn free taxi. No pre-approvals, no commitment, just vibes and empty gas tanks. That shit burnt me out. I was mad at the clients, but deep down, I should have been mad at myself because that was something that I was allowing to happen. Then I met a seasoned realtor who had a process in place, well, a system in place, and she taught me something that I never thought made sense until it made sense. She told me to stop moving like every other agent and stand out. She told me I needed to move different if I wanted to be remembered. People don't respect what they get for free. They respect what they invest in. And that truly hit home because it's true. When people put money on the line, they become more invested. They're more serious, they're more locked in because now it's their investment too. So yeah, I charge $75 upfront for gas. That's my qualifier. That tells me if someone is serious or not. However, that $75 gets credited back to you once you move into your new home, whether that's you renting and or purchasing. So if you're really, if you're really planning on moving, you're not losing anything. You're actually not losing a dime. Let's talk the facts because that $75 does bother people. But you know what it makes me see when it does bother people is that people don't like to hold themselves accountable.
Let's pause it right there. Initially, off the bat, when I first saw this clip and I was gathering research for this video, I was like, $75 to charge people to show a house. I was like, she tripping. I mean, I'm like, oh, this is some new finesse black folks can come up with to try to, milk the game. But once I watched the clip a little bit further, and she talked about how, the $75 fee is refundable if you rent or go through with a purchase of a home. I had a little bit of a better understanding, and I could see where she come from. She's basically using it to qualify and vet and see if people are really serious. It's not really about the $75. It's more of a way to, again, to see if people um, are serious about the home buying process and not wasting her time. Now, I will say it is very important for you as a realtor. I'm not a realtor myself, but I mean, it's common sense that you need to make sure you're doing your due diligence on your client and making sure that they're properly, you're verifying, making sure that they're in the position to actually purchase a home or rent a home, whether they're making sure they're pre-qualified, understanding what budget they're working in, and just so everyone is on the same page and no one's time is being wasted, whether it's the agent or the person who's actually looking to buy or rent a home.
And they would rather waste your time and their time than to just move strategically and logically. A lot of people move based off emotions. So when the $75 bothers people, I understand that they were just looking to play games, period. Because when people invest, again, they show up. This isn't about gas money at the end of the day. Like, this is about boundaries. And I feel like everybody has a way, like everybody wants to keep things traditional, but we're not set up in an economy where you can keep living traditional all the time. You have to start doing what works for you. And if that includes going modern and coming up with ways that make sense for you and makes it smarter and easier for you, then you implement that and you don't feel bad about it. You always have to set the tone for day one because if not, people will play with you, especially in this business. Nobody always has respect for you. Nobody knows what it's like to be a realtor until they become a realtor. I'm not a realtor that's just out here showing houses for fun. I'm a professional guiding buyers to make the right decision, to make the major decision that they're going to commit to for damn near 30 years if it does happen to be that long. And I value my time while doing so. So you don't want the cheapest agent. You want the one that's going to get it done. So if you're serious and actually ready to buy, and wants a realtor who respects not only your time, but theirs as well, click the link in my bio and fill out the client intake form.
Facts. I will leave the link in the description below to her TikTok. Again, like I said, when she first started off this video, I was a little skeptical, but once I listened to it fully through, I understand the logic and reasoning behind why she's charging the $75. Essentially, she's probably had her time wasted so many times as a realtor. Probably booked showings for houses. People haven't shown up, so that $75 lets you and her know that you're serious and look, you're actually looking to buy. Again, like I said, realtor is a commission based profession. And again, if you're not closing deals, you're not getting paid. So I could understand the importance of your time and not having people who want to play games or maybe who want to, use your time to create content for social media. So having that $75 fee in place that's actually refundable if you go through with the purchase or rent, I understand 100%.
I believe some agents charge their clients for this. Do you know some real estate agents charge their clients for the paperwork they have to do? I have a transaction coordinator, and for every single transaction, it's about $500 for the paperwork, and I pay for that out of my pocket. But some agents charge their clients when writing offers that fee. Now that's just on the buyer side. On the listing side, some real estate agents charge their clients for photos, videos, house cleaning. It is wild what some realtors get away with. Every listing I have, I pay for the professional photos and videos and a deep house clean if they're not living there. I received an offer the other day, and it was someone asking the seller to pay for their transaction fee, their paperwork fee, and their errors and omissions insurance for their brokerage. It came up to about $750, and from my perspective, I pay for this every single time there's a deal. So how is the agent asking the seller to pay for it? Eventually, we wrote in the offer that the buyer has to pay for your errors and omissions and transaction fee. And on this particular house, the commission check was pretty large, and the fact that the agent is making his client pay for this is outrageous. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever had an agent try to make you pay for their transaction fees or listing photos? Follow me for the side of real estate no one talks about.
Now, this is definitely a finesse you do not hear a lot of people talking about on social media. Immediately when he spoke of these transaction fees, it made me think of the car dealers where they try to charge you a dock fee. Essentially, they try to charge you a couple $100, in some cases up to $1,000, if not more, for literally some signatures on the paperwork. This is definitely a finesse. And when you're going into the home buying process, one of the first questions you want to ask your realtor are what are his or her transactional fees, so you know exactly what you'll be responsible for.
Hey everybody, I'm Denise Terry. I'm your real estate agent with Realty World Dell and Associates in Danville, Kentucky. Today I'm going to tell you the number one question you should ask your agent. What is the transaction fee? Are you charging me a transaction fee? I've seen agents who are charging up to $500 or more per transaction above and beyond the commission that they are earning from you. So I'm here to tell you that you need to ask them if they are going to charge you a transaction fee, because they don't tell you that until it shows up on the settlement statement at closing, and then there's nothing you can do about it. So be sure to ask if they're charging you transaction fees, because I'm Denise Terry and I'm never going to charge you a transaction fee above the commission that I'm earning from you.
Shout out to all the realtors who actually have integrity and are doing right by their clients and not trying to finesse. Again, if you take nothing from this video, at least take this one thing. Make sure you're vetting your realtor properly. Not only should you be asking about their transactional fees, make sure you get some reviews from other people who have used this realtor in the past. But let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about the $75 fee that this woman charges to show houses? I look forward to seeing your comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.